We'll do it.
Let's do it.
Hi, everybody. I'm Keisha. This is Creative Confessions with Kev, but we're doing things a little different today. I am jumping into the driver's seat. I'm going to be moderating because I wanted Kev to get on and share his opinion as well. Now, we have a couple of panelists here. We're going to take a quick minute to introduce everyone so that you can get familiar if you haven't already met them yet. I'm super excited. We're just going to come have a great talk about DreamCon, what it means to be Black in America right now, and all of those things that intersect. So, without further ado, I'd like to give it to Kev.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Kev, Killer Kev 8 on Instagram. These are my two buddies right here. Got my boy Charmander, but I call him Blaze, and I got my other buddy Charizard. He's Ember. So yeah, you guys want to get some autographs after, just let me know. It's no problem, no problem. Not everybody at once. And as far as con experience, so this will be my second DreamCon coming up this year. Total, I've been to 3 cons. The other con I've been to is Anime Matsuri. That was back in, I think, 2018, 2019. So this is my third anime con.
Love that. And who's next? I
Oh,
love
I
to.
guess I'll go next. Hey, I'm Armand. Everybody, how you doing? Cali Eats Greedy on Instagram. Probably the biggest anime head you will know. I feel like I have paved the way for Black people to like anime. Not just kidding, but yeah. This is probably like my second. This is my second DreamCon. Last year I was in it. My car was in it. This year my car will be in it again. I've been to probably like 4 or 5 different other cons. Comic Palooza, really anything in Houston, but I really haven't been anywhere outside of Houston. So really all the cons I've been to, anything that happened in Houston. But excited to be here. Appreciate you guys having me, and look forward to diving in.
All right.
Hello, I'm Margavi. I'm a painter. I paint anime. You can follow me on Instagram at Raby with 3 eyes. I've been to maybe 4 cons. DreamCon only once. This will be my second time. And I've been to Anime Monster twice. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to this.
Hi, so my name is Ari, aka Miss Ari Montagne, and I've been to an anime convention. Actually, I worked the anime convention, and I have not been to DreamCon, so I am super excited just to get the experience and to let you guys know how it goes.
All right. I love it. I love it. I think everybody has gotten their chance. So, actually, Ari, I'll start with you because you said you've never been to DreamCon. Neither have I.
Mhm.
So, you've been to other conventions, but this will be your first time going to DreamCon. What would you say you are looking forward to just from not having any experience so far, but maybe you've seen the videos or you've heard stories? What are you looking forward to, and what do you think would be different from the other conventions that you've gone to now going to DreamCon?
So I would say I'm looking forward to cosplaying for sure. Definitely putting on my favorite characters. And I would say the difference would be I feel like DreamCon is way bigger. It has more things to do, a lot of different panels, a lot of different things you probably don't get to see. Like just going to, an anime convention. So really excited for that. Excited to be around other people in the community who share the same passion, and learn more about anime. I love anime as is, but it's so many different animes out there to still, venture into. So really excited about that. And to just be with my community.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And now I want to know from everybody else who has gone to DreamCon and different or different conventions, what has your experience been as well? Like, what do you see as the difference between DreamCon and any other convention that you've gone to? You met
Man,
everybody?
I'll take a stab at that. So going to my first anime convention, which was Anime Matsuri, it was definitely, I wouldn't say it's a culture shock, but it was definitely a shock for me because I'd never been to anything like that before. But it felt like a warm hug, you know. I mean, you can't get any warmer than the hug I have right now with these two guys, but probably the closest thing. It just felt like a warm hug, like being a kid again. Um, just seeing people from my community that also love like the same things that I've been into for years. But then going to DreamCon was that times like 50. It's just it's on another level. Like you can't really explain it. You kind of just have to be there. It's everything, and I mean, it's not just anime. That's just what spoke to me at the time. You know, if you're into gaming, it's definitely what you want. If you're into anime, you can get that there. If you're into trading cards, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever, they have that. Dungeons and Dragons. If you're into gaming, like just board games, they have that there. If you're into cosplaying, they have that. They have a little bit of. They even do like wrestling. Like they have like
Ooh.
live wrestling there on the first floor. So it's on another level, literally. If you were a longtime anime lover of things of that nature and you've been doing it since you were a kid, like me, it's literally everything that you've been looking for, all in one building.
I love it. I love it. Anybody else have anything to add?
I
Or
mean, yeah, I mean, I was just gonna add to that sentiment with Kev. I mean, it's just like a big, huge family reunion. There you go. So I've been, like I said, I've been to a few cons, right? And they're all different in terms of like you say, it's a culture shock, right? So I've been to the ones where they're predominantly. I've actually been to Japan, so I've been to the
Mm,
Anime Expo in Japan. So like even being there and comparing it to like DreamCon, right? It's just really different, right? They all kind of are the same in terms of like what the base is was like, hey, comic books, anime, gaming. Like those are always like the pillars of any kind of convention, right? But just with this one, you get more of a I see you, you see me. We're one big happy family, right? So, it's very chill. Everybody kind of relates to each other. You get to have the debates with people that, normally you wouldn't have those debates, in the workplace or cooler, but you get to have those debates about anime and stuff with people who are like minded. Because when you think about it, right, at least for me, right, a lot of time they're like far and few between this kind of anime community, especially among the black people. So it's cool to see when you get to DreamCon, it's just like everybody just met up at college and
yeah.
just like, oh snap, we about to party and have a good time. So yeah, DreamCon is definitely, like I said, a big, huge family reunion that you get once a year, literally once a year.
I love that. I love that. Kevin, you said a culture shock. It was a culture shock the first time you've gone to DreamCon. Well, can you expound on that a little bit more? Because I think I know what you mean, but are you just saying you were surprised to see so many black people in one room? Like, what do you mean it was a culture shock? I'm
That's
curious.
actually a pretty good way to put it. Like it was a culture shock
Mhm.
because yeah,
Okay.
like it's like I kind of already knew. Like I knew I would see my people there because it had been anticipated. I seen stuff on Instagram and social media, but then to actually be there, I had never. The first time I went to a con, Anime Matsuri, like I was really working, so I didn't get a chance to cosplay. I was more so just kind of run and gun, take pictures, and then just head out. I was only there for like, 1 or 2 hours. Whereas DreamCon, I got to immerse myself. I got to have those conversations that I've had with people like online, Instagram, Twitter, like Amran was saying, discussing and arguing people's top fives, and seeing like how into it they are. One thing that people will argue about is like, oh, which one's better? How dare you put Naruto at number one and now One Piece? Like that was a main question that people were asking all weekend. It'd be like, all right, which one's better, Naruto or One Piece? Oh, and then people's reaction. It's like you can't get that online. Seeing that in person is like next level. So, but going back to the
Mhm.
culture shock piece, it's like, yeah, seeing my people actually show up in droves, and I mean, we got people coming from all over. From out of town, from out of state, out of the country, overseas. And it's like, you really
Well,
came all the way here for this. But at the same time, like, I don't blame you because you can't get this anywhere. We just having this type of meetup, like Armand said, a family reunion. We didn't have things like this, back in the 90s. I'm dating myself back in the 90s and the 2000s. So it's like being able to tap back into your childhood. It's not like a midlife crisis. Like I'm not getting a motorcycle in my 50s and I always wanted to, but that's what I'll compare it to. I don't care if I was 25 and I got this Charmander, I'm still gonna get another one at 55. Like it's just great.
I love that. Raven, did you have anything that you wanted to add to it? Because I'm loving where this conversation is going. I'm loving it. I think it's great. But I'm curious to know, like, for you, when you've gone to DreamCon, and I know you said this is going to be your second year going, is there something that you're looking forward to this year? Is there something where you're like, man, like, this is what was missing from the other cons that I went to, and then last year you experienced, and now this year you're looking forward to something else? I'd love to hear your thoughts too.
Like they said, like, DreamCon is like different from like I went to Anime Monster too, which is my first con. And I was excited. I was like just to see like people like doing what I do, but like in person, like, and people would just come up to you and just take pictures like every 2 seconds. And I'm like, I wasn't used to that, so I was like, oh snap, this is kind of cool. But when I got to DreamCon, it was just like they said, it was like a family like reunion. Like I was just with like all my people. It was like the same but different. Like it was a different feeling. It felt like home, and it
Mhm.
was like comfortable, and everybody can just be themselves, But last year at DreamCon, what I really enjoyed is I never knew about rooms. And like they have like different games and stuff, which is so cool. Like they have one room they play like Pokemon, and some they have like anime games like Family Feud type, which was really fun. And like they have different rooms, so I'm interested in seeing what kind of rooms they'll have this time, because that made it more interesting than just like walking around. You see like some of the same things you see at other cons, but to have like to interact and to like it was really fun. So I'm looking to see what more rooms that they have at this time.
I love that. I love that. And ultimately, what I'm hearing everybody say is they felt like home. And I love that. And what I think is interesting too is that for many years, Black fans of anime or gaming had to explain why they loved it. Like it was almost like there's this idea you have to kind of defend yourself, right? Like, how would you say DreamCon has changed that conversation?